Good afternoon, everybody. I do seem to be missing liveries there, so I might have to come out and come back in again. I'm seeing Jaeger with a stock livery. I'm seeing everybody with a stock livery almost. Yep, I will be coming out of the room and straight back in. I hate it when this happens. Goddamn servers. Sorry about this, folks, but welcome to Stint 2 of the SEC Round 5 from Sao Paulo into Lagos. Hopefully I will have liveries now when I go back. This is a common fault when servers are being a bit of an issue. Yes, we have liveries now, so we are good to go. We'll wait for the order to sort itself out as I have joined the room at a sequence.
Final car coming out for Stint 2 now. Obviously, Tater had to wait 10 seconds until Bendy left because of the DC that the Capitol's car in Stint 1 had. So, yeah, so now every car is out of the pits and we are back to racing.
Yeah, and it is nice to have the 14 cars on the grid.
Indeed. Henry there for Fritz, probably just a track extend.
You will have to ignore the order at the moment. This is not correct. It never is for a lap or two when you join the race partway through. We do see Frederick, who has taken over from Welshie, but he has got a 1 second penalty. And we have Soto's took over from Nils for the Soto Sport boys. And Jaeger, who has taken over for Upe in the Speed Hunters. He's having a little bit of a battle with Lucas now. But they have got in front of the McLaren. GTO dropping back slightly. Well, I think so anyway. I could be wrong. Yes, they are. We have Speed Hunter this time in the Aston. Can he do a little bit better on tyres than IGTSH? And we do have Gemini. He's obviously feeling a lot better this week. Back on track. Taking over from MASH for the GRT team. Let's just get the stream up as well. So I can chat to my compadres. Right, so where are our leaders at the moment? Let's have a look. They are not there. So there is Kiki in P9. On the mediums again, 134.1 last time round, so a bit slower than his teammate, but we do have a Speedy in P1 for the Scotch Eggs. 8.5 seconds now in front of Kiki, so he's made up some time already. And he is on the mediums also. But what can Kiki do? Don't forget, he is an old man, so we do have to give him a little bit more credit than the others. But DCT, incredible. He's bringing that gap down to Kiki. It's down to 8.4 seconds. It was over 11 when they first pitted. So that little Alpha having a good little run round here. Maybe a good choice of car. Rosie's in P4 for Race Asylum. Who's took over from Slippy.
Race Asylum, obviously, no Mr. T for this round, but that could be a blessing, blessing in disguise. You're seeing how well they're doing so far. So.
Yeah, they're having a good race, the old Race Asylum team. With their very colourful liveries as ever. And a little bit wide there from Rosie's. Freddie in P5.
P6.
Oh, yes.
Good choice from Nils there to stop, make up some pace, and make up some places, sorry, and then Now, obviously, Soda's continuing that on, so yeah, good stuff from the Soda Sport team.
How far is... Oh, where is it there? P9 GTO, now the McLaren. That dropped well back.
We were there initially about P6.
Yeah, they were just behind, weren't they? They lost a place to UPay and the Speed Hunters.
Didn't they get that back, though?
They got that back because UPay made a mistake somewhere. But Jaeger is now back in front, and Lucas as well for the Top Gear guys. Not the Top Gear guys, it was Top Gear who was racing the first stint. What am I saying? Fast lane racing, that's the one.
Kiki and Incredible going through some lap cars at the moment.
Oh, bit of a moment from Kiki there. That's going to cost him some time. The gap only 6.7 seconds between himself and Incredible, and I think that's going to come plummeting down. Big moment from Kiki. Change of underwear, indeed.
Incredible, he's spilling blood in the water right now, so...
That got down to 4.3 seconds. Incredible is coming. And he has 11.5 seconds between himself and Rosie's, but Rosie seems to be putting some good times in, but he has got a penalty. But he has got 14.2 seconds between himself and Fred. And Frederick 4.3 in front of Sota now. But that gap coming down. 32.2 last time round from Sota. So showing some good pace. Good afternoon, average driver and Upay. Good stint there, Upay. I was seeing you had a bit of a difficult start and made some good progress through the field. And then we missed your little moment where you lost about 10 seconds on that one lap. So, but good recovery, mate. So, P7 we have Lucas. And P8 Jaeger. P9 GTO in the McLaren. 10 Speed Hunter in the DB9. 11 Gemini. He's about to be lapped by Speedy. Bad Omen, he's took over from Johnny Waffle in P12. Not sure of the gap behind him at the moment, but quite looks he's about to be lapped as well by Kiki. And we have Bendit, who's took over from Raptor Racing. And last but not least, back on the grid at least, is Rounded Potato. It's looking a little bit laggy there. The lag rearing its ugly head again.
Especially for the North American drivers, it's shambolic. So.
Yeah, the servers have been absolutely hideous this week. I don't know why, because after the update they seemed fine, and then all of a sudden they've gone hideous. But good old GT7 strikes again. Fix one thing, break two others. Incredible.
Soda behind the Laptators in the moment, and then in front of them is Frederick. So could be an interesting watch.
Yes, so bringing that gap down 3.7 seconds.
Oh, it's now 2 seconds between Incredible and Kiki. So.
Yeah, Incredible. Really closing Kiki down. Kiki will be feeling that pressure. Hopefully not too much. Now he's got another 70 laps to go, so... Can he keep Incredible behind him for 70 laps? No. No, he can't.
What he can do, you think, is could just try and play the long game and try not to hold himself up, or just trying to defend, and then just see what the tyre strategy is saying. So, yeah,
I think that's exactly what he will do, mate. He's just going to run his own pace. That's Kiki all over. and do what he can, but he has got next to no time. But Incredible is on the soft, so they are on a completely different strategy at the moment. Well, that will all change. Thank you, Yupe.
He's quite an old driver, quite has experience with this, so he'll know what he's doing.
We're just getting our compliments about our commentary, mate. So thanks for that, Yupe. We appreciate it.
Sure, Yupe.
Rosie's now with a comfortable lead, 12.9, 13 seconds over Frederick in fourth, who's only got 3.2 now to Sota. Sota making inroads into P4. Sorry, P5. Getting me places mixed up. And there we see Rounded Potato as well, getting a bit of airtime. And what a cool name, Rounded Potato. I like that.
Yeah, the rotators know as well as anyone, a teammate of mine. So.
Now, hopefully we don't have any connection issues. Apart from the lag, obviously, because there's not much we can do about that. It does seem to be settling down a little, as I say that. We see Sota doing some alien-like manoeuvres. But Lucas doing a good job there in 7th as well.
Lucas in a bit of a no man's land at the moment, so but he's making good pace on Sota, it seems. So it's actually gone fastest in the stint. So.
Oh yeah, 1:31.3, not a bad time at all. Would have been enough to put him about P6, P7 on the grid.
Super showing its props at the moment. So.
Incredible has passed Kiki. Let's get a marker and see if we can see the move, because they are close together. Oh no, I haven't, because I haven't got replays now, have I? Damn it. That's the one problem with joining the lobby once it's rolling. And I think Kiki will be wise just to stay as close as he can, get a bit of draft while he can, and then just let him go, because they are on, like we have mentioned already, a different strategy. Can Incredible make any inroads into Speedy? The gap coming down. 16.2 seconds now. As soon as I say that, it starts going up though. 32.7 that time round from Speedy. And thank you very much, Average Driver, again for the compliments. We only do this to make you guys happy. And for the love of racing, of course.
The 1 AM starts, man, it's all worth it. Up to 2 seconds now, the gap between Incredible and Kiki, so yeah, pace of the Alpha there still. He's going to be hunting down the leaders, so obviously a long way to go between himself and Speedy, but at this point all we can do is try.
But there is a long time to go as well, so you never know. Good afternoon,
true,
Dylan and Jefferson. Well done, mate. Great first stint. But I don't expect anything less from you, Jefferson.
So it is right on the back of Fritz now, so Frederick, so maybe looking to try and move near the end of the lap, so.
Oh, what a big moment there from Freddie,
yeah.
Looks. Shall we jump on board with the Porsche? Oh, lag there. As he gets the move done.
Very nice.
Oh, what the hell is going on? Oh, we can't sit and watch on that on board. What the hell? Oh, weird.
Just seeing it on your end, yeah. Oh, yellow flag.
The lag is strong with this one.
Oh, that's it's gone off. Now he's got the last time. He's now got 13.
Speed Hunter in P10 with a 1 second penalty. Not sure who it is he's got behind him in close contention. It could be Gemini, actually. 3.2 seconds. between P10 and 11, so there's a gap we can keep our eyes on, and he will be tucking in behind Speedy now and trying to get a little bit of a toe up to P10.
Oh, hang on. Kiki's got second back.
Who's that?
Kiki's got second place back.
Oh, what's happened to Incredible? He has dropped 6 seconds then. Right, a big moment from Incredible there, and that's allowed Bite the Roses to close right up. It's only 2.2 seconds behind, and damage for Incredible.
Must have had a tank cycle.
Yeah, big moment there somewhere. And the lag could be playing a part in this, because it does seem to be getting worse rather than better. Everybody lagging. Sota now with 3.7 seconds between himself and Freddie. Freddie going backwards, but Freddie got everyone all over him.
He's got Karen who's lapping in the back now.
But he has got a half a second penalty as well, so these guys are going to make their way past. And he's wide again, Freddie. Oh, and a little bit of contact there.
This could be interesting with the, especially with the connections. Yeah, just having to keep it clean.
As Freddie drops right back now, Lucas up to P6. Saying still with the fastest.
Here that he at least has the pace to fight with the leaders, even if he is a lap down. So yeah, hopefully maybe this win can be a lost cause. Obviously, it's still a long way. Future events, future ERA events. Yeah, it's good times.
And he is already up to P13. Made his way past Bendit. And got himself nearly 16 seconds. But a long way to go to P12. How far is he actually?
P4. Roses is up to Paulo spots. It's like that just happened and put it up in time.
Yeah, see if I could get a replay up, I would, but unfortunately we can't. So, sorry Mr. T.
The car looks very nice though.
Yes, I do like his liveries, the pop art, very nice. You can always tell him a mile off as well, so you can tell who's coming in the background without having to look. How we do appreciate that, whoever does your art. I think it is Mr. T himself. But Incredible in to get that damage fixed early. It will be disappointing having to go in at this point, because his tyre's still looking really good. Early enough to be able to rethink your strategy and fight back. He's put Sota up to P4. And he's starting to gap Lucas a bit. Lucas may be losing a little bit of pace. No, he done a 31.6 last time round, but a 32.9 on lap 11. So a little bit of a moment there on lap 11. And the gap back under 4 seconds now, so we'll keep our eyes on that P4 and 5. As they have pulled away from Freddie by about 4.5 seconds. And Incredible comes back out in P7, so... And only 6.4 behind Freddie. He has come out on softs again. So it looks like he's going for the aggressive strategy. And only 1.9 seconds behind Incredible is Jaeger. Can Jaeger go with him? Let's see what pace Jaeger has got. 1:32.5 last time round. And what's the gap at the front? 21 seconds between Speedy and Kiki. And Gemini managing to keep Speedy behind him. He doesn't want to be lapped. So no, you're not lapping me. I've got the pace, and he certainly thinks so.
All the drivers battling it out with some of the lead guys. You see Tater's back over 30 at the moment, so only just let him through.
Gemini closing Speed Hunter down. That gap down to 1.6 seconds for Pete 10 and 11. And what tyres is Speedy on? Is he on the mediums as well? Yes, he is. Wearing quite quickly though, them mediums. When you look at Kiki's, they're absolutely immaculate, but Kiki's pace not at the pace of Speedy or Rosie's at the minute. Where is Rosie's? 1:32.9 last time round on the mediums. So Rosie's having decent pace as well.
Second penalty for Freddie and 2 seconds for Taters. Or 3 seconds make that.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, has he had a pit? He hasn't been in the pits, has he? So it's not a pit line infringement.
No, I think it's more just track limits.
Yeah, it will be the
yeah.
It'll be the long right-hander, won't it, where you run wide there. That normally gives you about 2.5 seconds. It's a bit harsh round there.
Or it could be maybe a bit of contact with Freddie. Not too sure, because he's also got a second penalty. So
yeah, possibly that could have added up. We do have incredible. He's 3.7 behind Freddie now, and that gap coming down. Yeah, you get trying to hang in there. 2 seconds behind. Incredible.
Incredible's a man on a mission though, so you'd imagine he won't be down pissing for too long.
No, he is pushing to close down Freddie. Gap down to 2.6 already, 2.5, 2.4. As quick as I can say, it's coming down.
Lucas is now 1.9 behind Soda at the moment, so lap by lap, just picking away at the time on the Soda Sport Porsche.
Yeah.
Yellow flag.
And some really nice consistent laps there from Lucas. 1:31.4 last time round. One of the quickest guys on track, and he has got the fastest lap with the 1:31.3 still.
Rose is up to P2 at the moment, but
yeah, what's happened to Kiki there? He's dropped back a lot. I think that must be a bit of a mistake from Kiki, that lap.
Most likely, yeah. Although saying that the race is so long, the tyres are a bit short at the moment, especially in comparison to other drivers in the grid.
Yeah, this is going to be about a 1 minute 40 odd lap. So yeah, definitely a moment for Kiki. 1 minute 41 that time round. He's lost himself about 8 seconds. But he has got 9.8 seconds between himself and Sota. So just compose himself again and try and get his head back down and fight for the podium.
So what you want about the Jag's pace, but you got to admit the tyre wear at the moment is doing well. You look at the mediums in comparison to the 2 cars in front and other cars around the grid, and you see why it was a solid choice.
Thank you very much, Johnny, for the nice words, and a good race there, mate. Enjoyed watching him. So, can Kiki fight back? No, the gap's slightly growing too. Rosie's 4.4 now, and it's dropped to 8.7 to Sota in 4th. Come on, Kiki, keep it together, mate. Lucas, and now in 5th. Let's jump on board with the Supra. We haven't been on the Supra today. Let's see if he can close that Porsche down while we're on board. Well, Sota doing a good job there. Opened it back up to nearly 9/10, but a good exit there from Lucas, nice and smooth. And we see that gap coming down with the power of the Supra up the hill, combined with a good exit. I think a little bit too far back to have a look this time. I think it's only a matter of time before we see a move from Lucas. Putting himself on the fast line racing guys up to P4 if he can get it done. Will he have a look down here into the left-hander? Sota not going defensive.
Oh, what a move. Or can he make it still?
Yeah, nice and clean that. Very good job there, Lucas. Up to P4.
See, he's had this pace all along, but yeah, very impressive there from the fast lane driver. So we'll be looking to hunt down Kiki, who's the suspect for pace at the moment, but could be more a long game with Kiki at the moment because the tyre wear is doing very well to manage his tyres. And
yeah, and Kiki may have better pace on the softs. He's not even really using his mediums at the moment. He's certainly not. Certainly been a bit conservative. As Rosie's now 6.2 seconds in front of Kiki. Is he making any inroads? No. Speedy's still pulling away. 25.2 seconds now the lead. Even though his lap times aren't blistering. 33s, low 33s. So it's definitely a slightly slower lobby than the first. But still a very good pace.
I think Battersby did so well in that first stint that job for Speedy now at the moment is sort of just to drag it out and obviously not mess it up. So
yeah, Lucas closing that gap down to Kiki. It's down to 5.6 seconds now. Less than that as I'm speaking. It's dropping.
yeah, you're coming in for a stop.
Yeah, early stop that from Jaeger. His tyres look good and he's still got plenty of fuel, so just be the way his strategy's planned. It must be exact laps for him rather than when you feel the wear. Where will it bring him out? It's still going to bring him out in P9, I think, which I think is where he went in, but Speed Hunter will be closing it right down. As we can see, Speedy just in front of Speed Hunter. As he's lapped him just up to P10. And just behind Jaeger, who is only 3.4 seconds in front of Speed Hunter. And Bad Omen not far off behind either. P11 only 4.7 seconds behind Speed Hunter. Now will Speed Hunter try and stay with Speedy and get dragged up to Jaeger? Certainly looks that is his strategy at the minute. P4 Lucas now 2.7 seconds behind Kiki. Haha. Oh, good afternoon, Randy Moore. And that's fair enough, you Pope. I'm sure you can tell us later on when the strategy has started to play out.
Go for Lucas here, just get through the bag markers, and yeah, so he's far quicker than Kiki at the moment. So he's got a clear run on
1.7 seconds now. Oof. Kiki has just made his way past Gemini, but this is going to give Lucas a draft off Gemini as well. That's not what Kiki needs.
Just easy pickings for the fast lane driver.
And we are under a second now as Gemini goes
coming in for a
back
stop.
past Kiki. Yep, Sota in.
His softs got the most out of him, especially the front right.
Yeah, looking pretty worn. Yes, Randy Moore not racing today, but he has joined us on the stream. Good afternoon, mate. Hope you're well. But Lucas has made it past Kiki already. He's just caught and passed. Kiki dropping backwards, but he has got 20 seconds between himself and P5. Incredible. But that's after Incredible has had the extra stop. But I'm sure Kiki will pick up his pace once he drops on the softs. But at the moment, Lucas pulling away.
So he's gone for quite a heavy load of fuel, so could be quite a long stint this from the finished driver.
But he has jumped back on the softs, so
If he can get extend the life of them, unlike he did on that opening stint. So.
Oh, the lap 22, so that'll be 21 laps of racing. Oh, he's done a pretty good job there at the moment. Sota in P7 is only 6.1 seconds behind the McLaren of the Nuke Shot guys. With GTO at the wheel.
GTO have been pretty quiet in this stint, so, especially in comparison to Rotor in the previous. So.
Yeah, it was nice to see that McLaren up there for a good while though, as we see P13 Rounded Potato with another penalty. And gets out of the way of GTO and tucks straight back in for a bit of draft. Well done there, mate.
You can tell he's just pushing it to the limit every lap, and obviously those penalties are going to come. So
absolutely, but he is making progress.
No holes barred from the capital driver today. Meanwhile,
all wide again for Potato. Will he get another penalty? No, I think he got away with that one. So I'm wondering if we have Bad Omen in the pits in P11. Oh, that right medium destroyed. Let's have a look. How 16 seconds now between Incredible and Kiki. Another 4 seconds gone. 1 minute 16 last time round for Kiki. And penalties on the last 3 laps. Kiki struggling. 4.2 the gap between himself and Lucas in third. Come on, Kiki, get it together, buddy. Because Incredible is on a charge.
You'd imagine now he's going to start trying to push the most out of those mediums, especially now that he's on low fuel, so coming in the end of the stint regardless. So
if he does,
move.
If he does anything like his teammate, he will be going for the long run. P1, mate, P1 is running 33s, 34, saying on an electrifying pace, and the gap has come down to bite the roses. It is down to 21.2 seconds now from 25. So Speedy lost 4 seconds in the last about 7 or 8 laps.
Yeah, so if you're a fan of Rosie Asylum, and by that I mean if you're listening to, then you're ecstatic at the moment with the pace of Rosie's. So.
Yeah, Rosie is showing good pace, and he's on the mediums as well, and he's on the 32s and low 33s. Of the front runners, Rosie seems to have the pace at the minute.
Similar with tyre wear for the top 2 at the moment. A little more obvious on the front right Speedy, but
yeah, both using a lot of that right front. More so for Speedy. Kiki's tyre wear the best overall, but he's getting through quite a bit of fuel, is Kiki. No problem, Kronic. Glad I could help. Incredible not bringing that gap down as quickly as he was. His pace starting to drop off now as the softs slowly start to deteriorate, but that right front lasting better than the rear on the Alpha. That short wheelbase. Oh, big moment there from Incredible, and he's off.
That's the second of the day.
And he's struggling to get going as well. Oh, he's come off. Is this going to bring GTO past?
GTO
there we go. And Incredible back down to P6 now, with Sota closing him down very quickly. Fortunately, he gets away with no damage though. And Kiki can breathe again. Are we going to see Sota making a move anytime soon? Because he has got nice fresh tyres on that Porsche as well. Now this could be a good strategy here from the Finnish driver. Up the inside of Incredible. Nothing Incredible could do there.
Yes, he has.
Good move there, Sota.
Been good pace from the 4C, but yeah, just a few costly mistakes keeping Incredible off the battlefield top. So.
And that
Yeah,
short wheelbase of the 4C, when it does go, it goes. It's a very hard car to catch. You're not going to drift it round the corner. It's going to spin.
Yeah, nothing subtle.
So unlucky, but I'm sure he'll get his head down and get back at it. And nice to see this, actually. I mean, we're nearly 3 hours into a race, and we've got a gap here of 3 cars within 3 seconds of each other. So great show, guys.
And the 8.3 now between Vindy and Taters, so they're coming for a stop now.
And Lucas will be in soon. His fuel is flashing in P3.
Pushing it to the limit, both in tyres and fuel, so you'd imagine this would be the lap. Big lappy stop, so.
And he may stop out for one more. He probably would have enough fuel for one more lap, but he probably... Oh, Rounded Potato has left the room.
Probably just a DNF.
So is that another disconnection?
Could be another DC. I will check for you.
He's puts Bendit.
Power went out.
Oh no. Oh no, never good. We have Speed Hunter in the pits. And he has...
Not a good day for the capital R&D department.
So the Aston on the softs this time. Speed Hunter seemed to be able to get a little bit more out of the tyres. Then Sab in the first stint, who was really being hard on him. And let's see how it progresses as the others come in for their first stops around him. And P10 Gemini has stopped already. Early on by the look of it. Freddie in P9, 17 seconds behind Jaeger now. Jaeger with a 9-second gap to Incredible. Jaeger with a fast lap there on lap 22, we're on 31.6. So he's there and thereabouts, the fast guys. Incredible, still hanging out there, nearly 3 seconds though now behind Sota. Oh, but GTO off a little bit wide. And now Sota all over the back of him. I can see another move up the hill here. And into turn 1 possibly. He's certainly close enough. Unless he's going to have a look here. He is. Oh. A little bit of contact there, but with the lag, I don't think we can really blame anybody for anything like that.
Yeah, it was a fair move regardless of connection at the moment. Just well done from the Finnish driver. So now we're looking to obviously Lucas in the pits. So.
And the darkness creeping in. Everyone got the headlights on now. P6 and P7. Lucas and GTO in the pits. Lucas jumping onto the mediums. A big moment of lag there from Sota.
Incredible, obviously the early stop paid off, so even with this mistake he's up to P5 and hopefully chasing down Soda. With that being said, the Porsche's rapid at the moment.
And the fuel levels as well of Incredible, they are quite low in comparison, so he's going to have to stop a hell of a lot earlier. Possibly bringing an extra stop too, so because he had to make that very early stop with that damage, which was costing him. As we see P2 now, Speedy in the pits, and Bite the Roses up into the lead, flashing on fuel.
Make a stop there, so.
And it won't be long as we see GTO coming out the pits, Kiki in as well.
Depends how much time the race time driver can pull out on these last few laps that he has on this with low fuel. So
Speedy coming out on softs this time. And for a short stint there, and he put 63% fuel in. And the gap to Rosie's 21.3 seconds now. And expect to see it come down with Speedy now on the softs. Kiki dropping down the order, back to P6, P7 now. Still fueling up. Let's put Jaeger into P6, who's only 1.4 seconds behind Lucas, and catched him. Was Lucas on the mediums this stint? Who in turn is only 2.7 behind Incredible, and that gap is really coming down. And Sota's got a 1 second penalty in P3. So we've got a nice little battle here for the last step of the podium.
So that'll be between Sota, Incredible, Lucas, and also Jaeger getting up and Marks as well.
Randy Moore just informing me that the mediums don't actually work very well on the Jag. Yeah, Kiki has jumped back onto the mediums. It will be interesting. He's gone for the full tank again, so he's definitely going for a long stint again here, Kiki. Can he do anything about the guys in front? Jaeger at the moment pulling away. And Jaeger right on the back of Lucas. The softs on the AMG.
Ran wide a bit there. Two very interesting battles going on in succession.
Absolutely, and they are bringing the gap down. Rosie's has stopped now. How far is he behind the leader? 15.1 seconds, so that gap really come down to the lead. From 25 earlier on.
Make a move to on Lucas. Found a bit of pace, the journalists.
And we do also have the battle for 3 and 4 as well. Incredible 1.4 seconds behind Sota. But this is where it's at, P5 and 6 at the moment. I do need to get them names off though, I don't like having the names on, so. Pastina's joined us on the stream. Good afternoon, mate. Good first stint and great to see the Alpha out there. Incredible, doing a good job. Even though he's had a couple of little moments, but still in P4, but 7/10 now. Lucas behind him.
This could be a three-way battle going into the first turn.
Anybody going to make a move? No, we'll go line astern. Keep it sensible there. Good driving, boys. But Lucas thinking about having a look on the exit.
Wide there, that's incredible.
And Lucas putting alongside, I think he's going to have a look into the left-hander.
Got that inside line. Looks as though he's made it stick on both of them. He's got two very quick drivers behind.
Jaeger thought about following through as well, but then thought better of it. But is he going to have a look on the long right-hander? I do like this corner.
This whole section of the track is just brilliant for close racing, especially with the GTs.
Yeah, it is a good track. I am a fan.
Could be going on.
Jaeger up the inside here. Because Incredible goes a little bit wide. Yes, good job there, Jaeger.
Now he's going to look to chase down Lucas. He's built a decent gap between the two drivers, probably as a consequence of them battling. So.
Oh, my telly's about to turn itself off unless I can find my remote, which is God knows where. Oh dear. Where is... Ah, there it is. I have found it. Can Jaeger close Lucas back down? And what's the gap between 3 and 4 now? 4 seconds between Sota and Lucas. That little battle has cost Lucas a little bit of time. And Sota being on the softs has managed to pull away a little bit. 132.6. Last time up very wide from Sota there. Is that going to be a penalty? Lucas will be hoping so, I'm sure. Yes, it is. 1 second.
Second as well. Not even just 0.5, so that'll be good news if you're Lucas going up from behind.
Yeah, P4 and 5 will be loving that because the gap only 3 seconds at the moment. And that 1 second penalty will cost him at least 2 seconds by the turn 1.
Oh,
what happened there? There was some Sota very wide again, or was it lag again?
Spike, probably.
Yeah, looked like it. Got the gap down to 2.7. We'll keep it on Lucas and see what happens after this penalty. More lag spikes. Oh, not good.
Credible coming up to the start.
With only 2% fuel left, didn't have much choice there. But Sota wide through the centre S's there it looked as well, and having to make way for Lucas and Jaeger. Both passed, whether he's just thinking that's not his race at the moment. But Sota seemingly struggling. Kiki currently 19 seconds back from this battle in P6, and he's only got 7.9 seconds between himself and Fred.
Credible still on the softs, but quite a significant amount of fuel this time, so just probably going to be pushing it for Richmond. So he's alongside GTO now coming out of the pits.
Yeah, GTO having a little bit too much overspeed. For Incredible to keep him behind. GTO on the medium, so I don't think it'll be long before Incredible is back past.
Yeah, just when those tyres warm off as well, maybe on the back straight.
Yeah, so maybe even turn 1. Gemini in P10, he's got 4 seconds behind Incredible now, but he's got 4 seconds over Speed Hunter in P11. But Speed Hunter has already pitted. Whereas I don't think Gemini has. I certainly know he's flashing on fuel, so he will be in very soon. In turn, Bad Omen, he's made up some ground on Speed Hunter. He's stopped, he's on softs, and he's only 2.9 seconds behind. Good run this from Bad Omen. Meanwhile at the front, 12.7 seconds now, the gap between CLR Speedy and Bite the Roses. So another 3 seconds.
He's ahead of Credible at the moment, so decent bit of pace there from the German driver.
Yeah, still a half a second gap, so Incredible won't be making a move yet. But with the extra weight of the fuel, might be taking a little bit while to get into the rhythm and the comfort zone in the car again.
Just wait for the tyres to heat up.
Gemini stayed out for another lap. He's going to be coming in with 0% fuel. I'm surprised he did do that, but it's only 1.6 seconds between himself and Speed Hunter, and there was a yellow flag out there for a second. Incredible, still that half second back. Well, I don't think the Alpha will have the torque up the hill.
P3 spot.
GTO doing a good job there. Keeping the Alpha behind him. I think he's got enough of a gap to not have to go defensive. The gap at the front now down to 11.5 seconds. Bite the Roses really making some ground up on Speedy. And he's got nearly 20 seconds between himself and P3 Lucas, who has got Jaeger all over the back of him still. I'm going to leave you on this battle for 2 seconds. I'll be straight back. Just going to visit the little boys' room.
Luke's doing a great job on fending at the moment from Jaeger, but you wonder how much longer he can keep it up for. With that being said, Luke's on a fight with the tyres at the moment, so could even be worse than Jaeger through and jeopardising his own race at the moment with Diaz with Soto and other drivers fighting for that podium spot. So we'll wait and see what Luke fancies. Kiki in the no man's land at the moment. Is Fred. He's still got Incredible behind. Incredible and GTO are still battling it out, but far more calmed down at the moment. So Incredible has overtaken GTO, so his tyres are going to improve. Checking all the back markers now. Omen dropped down to 5 seconds from Speed Hunter, so yeah, still keeping consistent pace. About 0.32. At the moment, so checking up and down rules. Back marker now involved in battle between Lucas and Jaeger. Vito's driver still keeping Lucas honest, but we're just waiting for a more clear opportunity, mainly turn 1 or just or even on the straight if he can manage. What is that? Mock is quite an all-rounder, so Cineris could also be a possibility, depending on how the Prince of the day mark is able to do that. That's Jimmy, depending on how tough it might be to lap him. Jimmy looks to be holding up both Lucas and Jaeger, so Mercedes could be looking to sneak through. He has now, as I've said, back and got out of the way of the battle for third place in the moment. So still, Jaeger keeping Lucas very honest at the moment. Imagine he had to toe down the straight, so.
Well, sorry about that, I am back.
Low again. You see now Yoga and Lucas are still battling it out. And imagine it's not just a matter of life, it's not a matter of time.
Yeah, Jaeger really putting the pressure on. I'm sure Lucas will be feeling the pressure. What tyres is Jaeger on? Is he on the softs? Yes, he is, and he's flashing on fuel as well, so he will have to come in a few laps, whereas Lucas could run for a very long while yet. So, yeah, very different strategies.
Trying to keep up with Lucas in the moment.
Soto now with 23.6 seconds over Kiki, but Kiki has got 18 seconds over Frederick.
Soto with the second penalty.
That gap opened up between P3 and P4 to nearly a second now.
Frederick run very wide. He's got a very incredible behind him. So.
Oh yes, that gap, half a second. Oh, a little lag there. What makes me wonder, those guys that are running in VR, I'm sure there's nobody in this race. I'll say sure, I'm not, but I wouldn't have thought so, but imagine it with the lag.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't fully understand the VR integration with the main lobbies yet, seeing as how, obviously it's a sign of how far things have come with the VR technology. But yeah, it's still crazy to think that you could be in lobbies with somebody who's got the full setup on.
Oh, it is fantastic, but I don't tend to use it for when I'm doing serious races because I had a headache once and that put me off. I'll still use it as just a headache. It was just really intense though. But oh, Frederick a little bit wide there. This will have an incredible through. Will GTO follow as well? Yes, he will.
Frederick had that penalty, so that's probably a sign of that.
Yeah, I think so.
Speed hunts behind him, and you see Frederick coming in. Well, understandably, his tyres are shot. So.
Yeah, they were certainly got his mileage out of them.
Now 8 seconds between Roses and Speedy, so very impressive there from the Roses home drivers to close that gap.
Doing a good job there, Roses. 1:31.3, lap 34, quickest lap of the race so far. There you go, Mr. T. We beat you to it before I even read your message. Oh, JP runs on VR all the time. But yeah, I think that lag would be hideous in VR.
Don't even want to imagine, to be honest.
Yeah, you got in the pits also from P4. Where will that put him? Put Sota up to 4 now. He's got 11 seconds back from Lucas. And he will be in himself soon.
Now, so.
Yeah, that's gone quick, that has.
Three quarters if we're counting the first turn.
Yeah. And indeed, Mr. T, Rotary did do a very good job for the Nuke Shot boys in the McLaren in Stint 1 as he's under pressure from Speed Hunter now. So we have the DB9 and the McLaren.
DB9's found a bit of pace.
Yeah, he's wearing them tyres though, Speed Hunter. Doing a little bit better on his tyres than his teammate was though, making them softs last as long as he was making the mediums last.
Speaking of tyres and also speaking of fuel, you've got Soda, who's on his last legs from both aspects, so he's probably only got a few more laps before he's going, so he's going to try and push it in.
Yeah, Soda flashing, yeah. And the gap going up between himself and Lucas slightly. Well, let's again have a look at P1. What is the gap? It's down to 7.7 between Speedy and Roses.
Not sure of the exact calculations, but so it would take about 3 laps to clear for about half a second or maybe even a second, depending on the pace. So it's very possible the Roses could close this here.
And the strategy is looking very similar, but Rosie's tyres looking exceptionally good.
AMG is phenomenal on tyre and also fuel wear as well. So.
Yeah, and it's got great corner exit speed as well. The talk of the AMG, it's always been a pleasure to drive in GT Sports and this game.
Yeah, always a constantly reliable car with the ever-changing BOP landscape in both games, as you mentioned. So also just a beautiful car as well.
Absolutely.
That helps.
The only thing I find with it is when I jump into it after driving something else, I always change gear too late and bounce it because it just sounds so low revving. Apparently, Mr. T saying the AMG is very bad on tyres and fuel. No, mate, that's just when you're in it.
Yeah, you see, Rose is doing a brilliant job at the moment. Obviously, probably more the strategy than the car itself. So.
Oh, and we still have a GTO and Speed Hunter going at it. Right. But GTO did a very good job on them mediums to keep Speed Hunter behind him on the softs. But them stuff's starting to wear now.
So there's keeping the tyres on it's either that or he must have changed it before I checked. No, he's on another set of softs, so strategy for Soto at the moment is just speed. There's many stints in the softs as supposed to be coming just at the pace justify it, so we'll see how they go through him.
So it looks like he will be doing a long stint on softs. Now, did he start on softs as well? He did, didn't he?
I believe he did, yes.
So we'll have to run the mediums, I think, next stint. But it will be a shorter stint on the slower tyre, but we do see Speed Hunter has got past GTO now. As per usual, when we haven't got replays, I missed it.
Checking out Kiki at the moment. Of course, he's got Jaeger, who's very quick behind, so see he's playing the long game. See if in the situation where Jaeger does catch up, then it might either just not be in his best interest to sacrifice his own strategy for battling with Mercedes, or maybe we'll see in the coming laps.
Absolutely. I think Kiki will only be stopping one more time, and it will be for a set of softs. He will go as long as he can on these. But will be interesting to see where he finishes with these strategies playing out. Meanwhile, at the front, 6.5 seconds now, the gap between 1 and 2.
Even less time it took. I expected for Speedy to close the gap in second. So.
And what does he take it at? 132.5 that time round, and what did we have from Speedy? 132.8, so not as much that time round. But Speedy is flashing on fuel, and he's wide there. Is that going to be a penalty? I think he may have just got away with that.
Speedy and Roses are pretty similar on the both the tyres and the fuel front, so anything can just be down to pure pace of the car. So yeah, good situation for Roses here. It's all in his hands. Checking over the Jaeger now, so 3.7 to Kiki ahead.
That's down to 3.4 seconds, the gap between Jaeger and Kiki. And what's Incredible behind? Ooh, that's getting close between Sota and Incredible. 2 seconds. And as we know, Sota's not long stopped, so they are on fresh softs again. I expect to see that.
1 second for Speed Hunter there, so it's going to be GTO with an easy pass here, I imagine.
Yeah, Speed Hunter will be in next lap as well, I would imagine. He is flashing on fuel. Whereas GTO will be out for a load more laps yet.
Rose is coming in for a stop, so he's going to try and perhaps go for an undercut on Speedy here.
And as we've already seen in Stint 1, the undercut can be very powerful round here. And Nuke Shot Media now up to P8 after that move on Speed Hunter, breaking tradition and out of their traditional P9 finish.
Now it is the traditional 8th finish.
I'm sure that'll be Zakayo that's just pointed that out. If it is, how you doing, buddy?
Yep, the no-legged wonder of the world.
Incredible, doing a good job of keeping Sota behind him. That gap gone up a little bit to 2.6 seconds now. Let's have a look at Jaeger and Kiki as well. That gap down to 3/10. Jaeger all over the back of Kiki.
Now they're battling it.
On board with the AMG. Is he going to make a move into turn 1? I would have thought so. He's got the speed. But we can't see anything out of the side of that car.
Very nicely done there from Jaeger. But you imagine, as you said before, Kiki playing the long game, so they didn't want to put too much of a fight on this. So now I can get the toe coming onto the straight. So it's a 1-win for Kiki there. Benny coming in for a stop now and see if this works.
And we do have a Speedy in the pits, so I am going to jump on with Roses just to see where he comes out. He's 6.2 seconds behind Lucas now after his pit stop. This is all working out very well for Roses. He doesn't want to smell the roses, he wants to smell victory and champagne. That's what he wants. Speedy still not out the pit, and here comes Roses into turn 1. But it is
they're going to be really close. AC from Roses on board, Speedy's right ahead of him, so it's a huge improvement for the undercut. So.
1.3 seconds the gap.
The goal for Roses is just going to be just to turn into a man possessed and go for what is going to be the net P1 of the race, because Lucas is here to make a stop.
Mr. T will be chewing pillows at the moment with the tension. And Speedy, is it Gemini he's up behind at the minute? Yes, it is. This won't be helping matters, it's allowing Roses to close up even more. Gemini getting out of the way and allowing Roses through as well. On board with Roses for the battle for P1. And a good exit there from the AMG up the hill. And with the draft we could see him close right up. Speedy flashing his hazards there to thank Speed Hunter, I think it was, he just lapped, for getting out of the way. Never mind that, mate, you've got someone coming up behind you. Fantastic battle, watching the flames spit out of these cars in the dark. It does look fab. Oh, and a little bit of a twitch then from Roses. As we see Speed Hunter and Gemini in the background as well. I think they are battling for place as well, are they not? Yes, P10.
So they're coming off from Predator as well, like about down the grid.
Hey, it's chaos round here. There's a lot of battles. We've got Freddy only 2 seconds in front of Speed Hunter, and Gemini is only 7/10. Oh, it's Freddy getting out of the way of P1 and P2. But Lucas, oh sorry, P2 and P3. Sorry, Lucas. He's doing a great job there in P1. Here we have the battle for the lead. 7/10 in is at the moment. Between P2 and 3. I know we keep saying it's the lead. That's because Lucas hasn't pitted yet.
Net lead, yeah.
Oh, Sota and Incredible as well. Great battle for P6. I'm amazed how many battles are coming together mid-race. You'd expect it at the end when the final strategies come to play, but now everyone seems to have grouped right back up again. Speedy really pushing now, he's trying extra hard. Using every bit of track and pushing things to the extremes.
As is Roses, just all the using all the curb there.
And a good exit there from Roses. He's going to be very close down here.
Really separate the two through that through the middle part of the track. But here we go.
Using third gear exit on the final turn there. Gives him the torque, but a good exit there from Speedy, and that GTR still having very good top end by the look of it. Because even with the draft, the AMG is struggling to close up. Oh, a little bit wide there. I thought he was going to touch the grass there, Roses, but Sota now through on Incredible. While we were watching the battle for P2.
Fastest and first sector for Roses there.
Oh, and Sota was off.
Oh.
This is going to allow Incredible back through. Manages to save it, but it's cost him a couple of seconds. But straight back in the draft of Incredible. Is he going to make a move into turn one? Not quite. Thinking better of it. And that little Alpha's stopping well. We'll flick back to P2 and just have a quick look, because they are still going at it up the hill. Here's Rosie's going to make a move into turn one. They are very close this time. Speedy going defensive. Forcing Roses to take the outside. On a good line there from Speedy. Shuts the door in Rosie's face.
Solid defending there from Speedy there, yeah.
Absolutely. And they're only 2.5 seconds behind Lucas now, who still hasn't stopped. They are bringing that gap down, even though he's doing decent laps. 132.8 last time round for Lucas, and that's with pretty warm mediums. He's doing 31s while they're battling. Oh, on that inside line there from Roses. He's going around the outside. He's trying.
Gonna put a shooting paper between them. Here we go.
Oh, what a move. What a move from Roses there.
Brilliant from Roses. S&T will be very happy about that one. Now the question is, will Lucas's strategy pay off at the moment? Because he's, as you said, he's doing very well to keep the tyres, but we've got two very, very quick drivers coming up behind him.
But Lucas, as we know, is no slouch. Once he gets back on them softs, I think he will be able to compete, but it just depends on the strategy here, how much it's going to cost him. But with only just over half an hour to go.
Supra's coming alive at the moment, and there's been some reports from the FBA to us that the Supra is back in the middle. So yeah, and I think Lucas is showing that at the moment. Obviously, just gone faster than the first hit there. So
Rosie's taking a defensive line there and trying to make Speedy go around the outside. These two will be costing each other time while they're battling. This all could play into Lucas's hands.
A nice point here from the fast lane driver.
I think these two need to possibly just help each other out a sec to close Lucas down and try and pass him on track. But I can't see them working together at all, to be honest.
I was super leading, Strategy Masterclass and Lucas Masterclass.
Absolutely. These guys really showing a good level of race management, race thought here. As we do have 1 and 2 and 3 side by side again, Speedy and Rosie's. Rosie's managing to keep the place just.
Kiggy's got Soda right behind him. Curve is coming for a stop. That leaves him in the midst of the top 3 battle.
So there is just battles everywhere at the minute. Apart from GTO, who's got 13 seconds in front and 31 behind.
That's the new shot strategy, just comfortable.
Incredible and Speed Hunter. Speed Hunter making a move and Incredible. No, Incredible holding it round the outside. As we can see, the battle for P2 just in front of them. And Speed Hunter back at Incredible. So we have 1, 2, 3, all within a second of each other. And then P8 and 9 just behind them. You see Lucas is flashing on fuel now. I think he will be in at the end of this lap. Well, that would be a long... I think he will try and stay out for 2 laps, I think, because otherwise it's going to be a long run if he goes back onto softs, and it would be another stint on the mediums, I think. Yeah, this battle raging hard still. 1, 2 and 3. This is after nearly 3.5 hours of racing, guys. This is really something special we're seeing here today.
It's the magic of Interlagos, yeah.
As Rosie's goes a little bit wide there, and Speedy comes alongside again.
Yeah, possible 3 wide going into turn 1.
Now will we see Rosie try and make a move up the hill. Speedy getting a tight line there. But who gets the exit and the draft? It looks like Lucas got a good drive there on the mediums. Speedy having a look on the outside. He's going to try and go around the outside of Rosie's, and he has got the draft of Lucas as well. He's already passed, but Rosie's having the inside line and shutting the door. Some really interesting info.
Moses.
And Speedy up to 2. And Speed Hunter trying to unlap himself. But best not interfere in this battle, because this is for the lead. But still an absolutely fantastic battle so far. Sota has got past Kiki now and put nearly 6 seconds into him. Kiki really struggling, a 36 and a 35 the last 2 laps. But he's still got 10.1 seconds between himself and GTO. As we see Lucas finally into the pits. Yeah. And Rosie's on the inside of Speedy again into turn 1. Speedy a little bit of a moment there.
Being anything you can do, I can do better between Roses and Speedy at the moment. It's brilliant to see from a spectator point of view.
And Nuke Shot saying, oh man, they're in P7. Yes, not your traditional P9, you are in P7. And Freddie behind you, but I think he's a lap down, is he, Freddie, now? Because he got 27 seconds over Speed Hunter, but will be in the pits at the end of this lap. Meanwhile, P1, he has got 0.8 of a second over Speedy. After that little moment from Speedy on the exit of the Senna S's.
Jaeger up is P3, but provisional due to stop, due to the pit situation. So.
Yeah, and Jaeger will have to stop, but not for a few laps yet. An interesting strategy from Jaeger. And it looks to be paying off so far. Sota only 3.5 seconds behind Lucas now. But Sota will have to stop again. As we see GTO in for the Nuke Shot boys in P7. He has got 26 seconds behind him to Speed Hunter. And I think this will be Nuke Shot Media's last stop. So let's see where he comes out in relation to Incredible. He is out of the pits. Incredible has already gone through. But this will be a genuine battle for these, as they have taken their final stops and a lot of them around them still haven't. Including Kiki, but Kiki has got 35 seconds over Speed Hunter. Will that be enough for a full stop? I think so. Just about.
Yellow flag.
Ooh.
Just against it.
Rosie's now with 1.6 seconds to P2. Speedy. All that pressure, I think, has left Speedy a little exhausted. And Jaeger in P3. 14 seconds in front of Lucas, who has gone on the softs but put a full tank of fuel in. So definitely going to the end and trying to make them softs last. So to meanwhile, we're 9 seconds over Kiki in P6. Flashing on fuel. But Kiki will be able to jump on the softs for the first time after this. He seems to have found a little bit of a rhythm now as he drops into the mid to low 34s.
Seems to be a pattern for a lot of the drivers up front, just more keeping the pace consistent unless you're just fighting for the top spot like Moses and Speedy. Just keeping the pace there and make sure you don't drop off the drivers around you.
Yeah, Speed Hunter doing a really good job in P7. Hanging with the leaders quite easily, it seems. He's got himself an 8.6 second gap to Incredible, but he will have to stop again and drop behind that group. And let's have a look at
sector one from Lucas.
what kind of lap times is Lucas going to do. Oh, and Gemini's left the room.
Oh, probably a DC.
I would say so. It does seem to be affecting the Americans more. That was a second penalty for GTO there. Fortunately, he has got a minute between himself and Frederick in P11. And Bad Omen in front of him in P9 will have to pit again before the end of the race. Speed Hunter still hanging around with the lead too. And showing good pace, hanging on in there. And Kiki's lost a little bit more time because that gap's dropped to 28 seconds from 35. But Kiki will definitely be in at the end of this lap. He's pretty much running on vapours. And thanks for the compliments again, guys. Philippe just saying he's took a little break from work to watch the stream for the last 4 hours. Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
That's awesome.
Gap at the front has come down a little bit. And Rosie's is in the pits. So let's keep our eyes on P4, Lucas.
Speedy's still looking good. 4 tyre wheelies probably going to have to come in soon as well. As for Lucas, he's clear as day, so.
Well, he is quite a way back. Now, I do think Rosie's will come out just in front. It's going to be close.
Somebody has joined the room, but I'm not too sure if they're just a friend of a friend or if they're on the previous thing. So.
When will Rosie's come out? Is he on his way? Yes, he is. As Lucas comes out of the centre S's, it's going to be close. But Rosie's is out. And he's got nearly 5 seconds.
We got Sim League Chrome shirt.
Good afternoon, Sim League. I'm sure that's not your real name, but if so, your parents are really mean.
It's unfortunate, Jimmy. Or yellow.
Oh, who's that then? Who's gone off in front? Let's hope it's not Speedy. It's
Jaeger.
not. Oh, it's Jaeger.
Oh, no, Jaeger, no. No, Jaeger seems to be going to fine. I think it was. Oh,
Jaeger
I
currently
honestly have no idea.
Jaeger currently in P2, but he's going to have to come in for fuel possibly this lap.
It may have been one of the back markers that went off, so because I saw Jaeger was still going fine. So.
Speedy's staying out for another couple of laps. Still got plenty of fuel on board, which will save him time in the pits. And Speed Hunter's still hanging on in there with Speedy. He's doing a good job there. Up to P6 now for Speed Hunter, but he is going to have to stop again, and he probably will go in with Speedy. I think that would be a wise call, and just use him as a marker for the rest of the race. Jaeger in P5. When is he going to come out?
Yeah, Speed Hunter's doing really well, given the deficit he had at the start. So.
Kiki has also pitted. It's dropped him back down to P8, but Bad Omen in front will have to pit shortly. And as we already mentioned, Speed Hunter will also.
Alright, let's see if this Speedy coming in soon, or at least relatively soon, probably not this late, but a few laps time. See if this works for Roses.
And can Lucas close down Rosie's? The gap's still at 4 seconds. We've got Sota up into P4, but they will be having to stop again soon. And with only 20 seconds over Jaeger, it is looking like the Speed Hunters will be up to P4 before long.
So does BP Red on the fuel at the moment, and tyres aren't looking too great either. So yeah, as you were saying, gonna have to probably foregone. We're gonna have to come in.
Is Sota going to come in this lap or stay out for one more? He's staying out for one more.
One more.
And he's got half a second penalty. Where's he got that?
Probably last corner or just the infield.
Well, it seemed to take a long time to deliver that penalty. Unless it was at the top of the hill as well. But you can run off on that little bit. But you don't see many penalties there. What's the gap between 2 and 3 now? 3.7 seconds. Lucas is closing that gap down. Slowly but surely. 1:31.5 last time round. What did Rosie's do? He did a 1:32.1, so that was half a second difference. But Rosie's does have the fastest lap of the race so far, so we know he's got the pace. Let's just hope he can find it again and keep Mr. T happy. A gap coming down between himself and Speedy. It's down to 36 seconds. As I say that, it goes up to 37, but that's definitely not a stop. Flashing on fuel now, Speedy. I think he will be in at the end of this lap. Why wouldn't he? You'd want to get the fresher tyres on that have got more speed in them to take you to the end. With 17 laps to go. Yes, me too, Nukeshot. I am surprised Speedy has stayed out this long. I don't really see the point of running around in worn tyres, but perhaps...
Probably knows something that we don't.
Yeah, maybe it's just he knows exactly how long he can go before the tyres drop off and wants to be able to full on attack till the end. But it depends what it's costing you now, doesn't it?
Looks like that might be the left he's coming in. Yep, that's the one.
And I'm really hoping that was just lag and he didn't cross the lines, otherwise that will be a 3-second penalty. Oh, well, I presume pit lane penalties are on in this lobby. I can't remember, actually. Some people turn them off because they do think they're a little harsh. Meanwhile, we will jump on with Bite the Roses, who's coming up the hill now. For the 61st time this stint. Apart from the formation lap, we're not counting that one. 1:31.5 that time round. Rosie's fully up to speed.
The Rosie's got either going to be ahead or right alongside.
This is going to be close.
I think Rosie's got it.
Rosie's has got it, but how close is Lucas going to be to Speedy as well? He's going to be right on him. That's where he's going to be.
Pretty evenly spaced. From, yeah, about a second between the three, so it's game on.
Yes, Lucas still only just over 3 seconds behind the leader, so this is all to play for here. We have a three-way battle for the lead. After 3.5 hours. Fantastic.
So many other small barrels on as well, so actually saying that field looks pretty evenly spaced. You got Keithy battling Bad Omen at the moment, so.
But Bad Omen will be in the pits, and good to see Kiki getting back up to speed. Now he is on the soft, the 33.3 last time round for his best lap of the race so far.
Now all focus on these 3 men in the front.
And that's a good couple of corners there from Rosie's, because the gap's up to 2.6 seconds over Speedy. And nearly 4 seconds between himself and Lucas in third. Speed Hunter who stayed out when Speedy went in the pits. Again, a bit of a strange decision if you ask me. You'd think he would stay with him and use the tow because he was doing very well at staying with Speedy. He's 7.6 seconds in front of Sota, who has stopped now for the final time and gone on to the mediums. But can he find enough speed to keep Kiki behind him? It's 13.2 seconds, but Kiki being on the softs, can he close that gap down? We'll keep our eyes on it. And GTO only 4.6 seconds behind Kiki as well, so there is potential for another battle there. Meanwhile, at the front, 3.1 seconds for Rosie's now to Speedy, but only 7/10 for Speedy to Lucas. And Speedy has got a half a second penalty as well. He's not going to be ecstatic about that.
It's all coming right for Roses and Race Asylum at the moment. But as for Speedy and Lucas, it's not looking too great for who were the team that was leading the race. So.
But Lucas should make his way up to P2 now, with Speedy losing some of that speed. And an easy move for Lucas. Now can Speedy stay with him and mount an attack? Thank you, Mr. T, I like that one.
T's made so many egg puns so far. Just reading through chat, so that's neat.
Yes, I'm sure some of them will take a bit of egg-splaining, but most will get it.
That's not really an exaggeration, by the way. Yeah.
Right, just having a look at Kiki again. He's got 4.8 seconds still over GTO and he's on a personal best lap again, but Sota seems to be having good pace on the mediums. And saying an absolutely great recovery for the Speed Hunters at the moment, and looking comfortable in P4 with 25 seconds between themselves and Sota in 5.
Speedy's still keeping Lucas honest and on slightly better tyres as well, which could be important for P2. As for the lead, though, I think Rose is sort of running away with it now. He's got clean air, he's got a battle behind him to give him the space, and now it's just about preserving it. Yeah, the fact Lucas is having to go a little bit defensive from the pressure from Speedy, it's all going to help Roses here. But will that late stop from Speedy and the better tyres pay off? It will be interesting to see. But with 13 laps to go after this, there's still a lot to play for. And Slipstream has joined us as well. We're giving a shout out for Roses. Yes, you've done an excellent job, Slippy. But your teammate's done even better. 2.8 seconds in the lead now, pushing it back up to nearly 3 there. And Lucas doing you a massive favour, keeping Speedy at bay. You know what, Zakayo? I didn't even think about the headwind. Well, that would be a tailwind, as you say, into turn 1. That would be quite frightening through there, it could be. At 3.8 metres a second at the moment, the wind speed. So Lucas doing an absolute fab job in P2, bearing in mind when he started this second stint he was over a minute behind the leaders. Absolutely fantastic job cutting out a pit stop from many of the other drivers around him, and just being overall generally bloody quick. Anything can happen in endurance racing, especially with the 2 stints.
.6 seconds the lead now. Oh, quick look at the nuke shot, guys. 4.3 seconds behind Kiki, just got to 5. He has got nearly 11 seconds between himself and Speed Hunter in P8. And that's got 10.5. Back to Incredible now. He's just lost a few places at the second half of this race. So I can't see any more stops happening in front of him. I see Frederick in P11 going into the pits weirdly.
I think with that pin entry, you just sort of send it and just make sure you don't cross the line and anything outside of those.
It looked like he crossed the line very severely, but it could have been the lag as well.
Yeah, we'll see.
Kiki now 12 seconds behind Sota, so he is making a little bit of inroads, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Too little, too late from Kiki. Or can he push for P5? I don't know. Yeah, he got all on his own in P4. So let's get back to where it's all at, the battle for the lead. 1.7 seconds now, the lead. 4 roses over Lucas. Lucas closed that gap down. 1:31.3 last time round. From the Supra, who has dropped Speedy. Speedy almost 2 seconds back now. Lucas doing a great job in second place, keeping this really interesting all the way to the end of this race. All 3 at the front have made it exciting. I'm sure you all agree.
It's quite a slow burn the style of racing, but in the end, it all comes together. It's, as you said, very intense and exciting.
And GTO is 6.4 seconds behind Kiki, but 6.3 in front of Speed Hunter. Now can Speed Hunter hunt down the GTO? He's on purple sectors as well, Speed Hunter, so he's absolutely flying at the minute. 1:31.8 last time round. Oh, and Mr. Johnny Waffles left the room now. Ah, certainly the server's not being our friend today.
I'm not sure if Johnny Waffle was racing, but I think he was sort of just...
oh, no, he wasn't. It was first in, wasn't it, Johnny Waffle? Of course it was.
Yeah.
Obviously coming on just to give his teammate a little bit of info. Here he's down in P10, I think, is it? Yes, he is. 1:33 dead last time round for him. 14 seconds behind Incredible in 9th. But Speed Hunter only 5.4 seconds behind GTO now. That gap coming down, but we'll check the lead. Yeah, sorry about that, Mr. T. I just get confused sometimes doing the 2 stints. That gap down to 1.2 seconds now. Lucas is coming.
Sorry, 9 to go. So certainly worse than Lucas, so anything can happen. Speedy's got a back marker now. Now front of yeah, Speed Hunter.
But that toe off the back marker may help a little. It doesn't appear to be that gap between himself and Lucas up to 3.5 seconds now. I think Speedy has had to settle up for the last spot on the podium. But anything can happen in front. 1.1 seconds the gap now. GTO getting out of the way. Has that cost him anything with his battle with Kiki? Because the gap was coming down. Yes, it has. It's 8.7 seconds now. Rosie's with a little bit of respite that lap, the gap back up to 1.6. With 8 laps to go once we finish this one. Well, actually it's 9, isn't it? Because we have still got to do lap 71 as well. But yes, it does look like Speedy is out of this now. 5.2 seconds to the lead. Let's have a quick check of this tyre wear. The Supra seems to wear in its tyres a lot more evenly than the others, but Rosie's still looking in a good place with his tyres. What it will be like after another 8 laps, I don't know.
Speedy's alright in the wear, but not going to make too much considering how far he's off the top 2 now. So
yeah, unfortunately he hasn't had quite the lap times this time. The 1:33.2 last time round for Speedy. A little bit of inconsistencies really cost him. At the front, Rosie's doing a fab job, 1.4 seconds. If you can just keep Lucas out of his slipstream. Well, here comes that Supra. The gap at a second. Won't be long before Rosie starts feeling the pressure. Because we have got Speed Hunter and GTO all over each other for 7 and 8 as well. So we'll keep an eye on this battle as well as the battle for the lead.
0.8 now, that's closing up between Rosie and Lucas.
Kiki looking pretty safe in P6. The gap's still 12 seconds, but he has got 9 seconds over GTO, who has got Speed Hunter alongside him now, but manages to hold him off. They're battling while they've got Speedy trying to work his way through.
Pushed off the other last week. GTO. Lucky to be on the track there. So.
At the front, the gap's still a second. But Lucas really pushing on. GTO dropped back 2.4 seconds behind Speed Hunter now. These are going to seem a very long last few laps for Roses. Half a second. The gap down to then Lucas really pushing on. Mr. T saying he can't watch. Carry on chewing that pillow, mate. He's doing a good job considering he has been one of the highlights of the stream as Roses. All this time on stream and we haven't managed to curse him once. I shouldn't speak too soon.
Yep. You've said that now, so could be a bit too late.
Lucas again and that Supra with the draft up the hill and down the straight. It seems to really close that gap. The gap down to 3/10 now. But Mr. T good, not Mr. T's teammate good on the brakes there, but the Supra alongside him was a little bit deeper than he wanted. And now Rose is having to go defensive. He's going to have to go defensive for nearly a whole 6 laps. But a good exit there by the AMG, giving himself that half a second back. But Lucas's tyres looking quite a bit better than Rose's. And Rose's is on controller apparently. That's impressive because he doesn't look like he's on controller, as you can normally tell the majority of people that are on controller.
Sort of jittering, yeah, from like sort of side to side, or just like lock to lock. It's off the steering bit. He's keeping it quite smooth, so could have one of those accessories that sort of has Jules said where like sort of like rotated around this thing, like flipping it. So maybe either that. Or
just got bionic thumbs.
Perhaps.
Speedy now nearly 5.5 seconds behind the P2. Let's have a look at Kiki as well. 5.7 seconds over Speed Hunter. The gap coming down, but I don't think it'll be enough. And Kiki just in front of the leaders now. And doing a good job of getting out of the way there. Well done, Kiki. I can see this battle going right the way to the death. We're halfway around lap 75. 4 more laps to go after this. And again, the Supra up the hill, good exit, and the draft. They're going to be side by side into turn 1, I think. Oh, a little bit of contact there. I think maybe Rosie's tried to come across, and Lucas is already partially alongside.
He'll try to switch back though, and he's made it stick, but hang on.
That's a good move there.
Brilliant racing between the two. A bit feisty there from Rose's from the defence, but the situation got to be.
Yes, that is quite possibly the case at KO. The tailwind has picked up, so maybe that did influence that little wiggle down the straight. Sorry about that, looks like someone has just come home. I'm just going to shut my door.
Checking how speedy at the moment. They will pick up to behind. It's a battle these two right now.
Yeah, Speedy has dropped out of this, but he is comfortable in third. He's got 40 seconds behind him, 4.1 in front. So I think he will just run it to the checkered flag and take the last step on the podium quite happily. Meanwhile at the front, the gap's still only half a second. What dog have I got, mate? Yes, I have a little black Labrador bitch. She's my best mate in the world. But what a superb battle. Rosie's doing a fab job at keeping Lucas behind him. And as we can see, Rosie's tyres really starting to look worn. Probably 2 laps after this one. Can he keep it together?
Just under 3 laps to go now, so we're in the in-game, so Lucas is going to have to be quick with how he wants to approach and getting past Rosie's so.
He might even leave it till the last lap and get the run up the hill, where the Supra does seem to have a little bit of an advantage over the AMG. Oh, and what's happened in P6 and 7 as well? Kiki has had a moment somewhere because he has dropped back to P7 and Speed Hunt has got past. But Speed Hunt has got a penalty. So Kiki will get the spot back. And he hasn't got the spot back. Oh, Kiki's got a penalty as well now. Oh no.
Roses and Lucas side by side. I think Lucas has got it now.
Yes.
Roses is still.
He's got the inside line.
There. Side by side going onto the straight. That's going to be a brilliant shot post-race, but for now, that's Lucas who's just got the lead with 2 laps to go. How will Roses respond now?
Can he stay in the slipstream? Rosie's tyres are looking a little bit more worn and he's flashing on fuel as well, but that won't bother him. With 2 laps to go, side by side again. Oh, I thought that was a little bit deep by Lucas there, but it wasn't. It was perfectly judged.
Full respect shown between the two. That's the beauty of it all.
Indeed, Sakeo, 4 hours, and it comes down to the last 2 laps of 0.3 of a second. A fantastic level of driving from these guys. And it does look like Lucas has got the better of Rosie's. That gap opening up 0.6 now.
Final lap.
Oh, Mr. T is crying. But at least that pillow's close to wipe his eyes.
Yeah, it looks looking unstoppable. He's yielding 10th after 10.
I think it's been perfectly judged by Lucas. Managed to save his tyres a little bit behind Rosie's and push Rosie's to exhaust his tyres. Let's have a quick flick to the battle between Kiki and Speed Hunter. That's over as well. So who is off? We're not going to worry about it too much at the moment. We just want to see the leaders cross and keep it all together on track. Rosie's looking as if he was going to run a little bit wide then, but...
Cool. Luke is looking comfortable as ever since they've had the move on previous lap, so he's just going to take to the finish. Don't make any stupid mistakes. That being said, Rose is just closing in heavily now, late braking. But so far he's going to be all for naught, so...
And Luke...
Will you have the honors plenty?
And Lucas making the final turn and the run up the hill. Power of that Supra, nothing Rosie's will be able to do. It will be a win for Lucas Mas and the Fast Lane Racing guys. Oh, a little bit of lag at the end there as well, but congratulations 1 and 2 by the Roses in second. Then we got CLR Speedy in third for the Scotch Eggs. Jaeger in fourth. Sota in fifth as it stands. What we got? Speed Hunter has crossed the line in sixth. Kiki in seventh. GTO in eighth. And the Alpha of Incredible in ninth. Bad Omen 10th. Frederick in 11th. who we did see getting it out of the way in the last lap. And it did look like he disappeared while he was off track. I thought, oh no, another disconnection, but it appears not. Freddie in 11th. And last but not least, Bendit.
Well, that was phenomenal.
Yes, I did, while I was chatting to Mr. T last night, I did expect a very good race round here. And it has not failed.
Brazil never disappoints, regardless of series. It's an all-time circuit, man.
Well, congratulations to Lucas and Fastlane Racing and all the podium boys, Bite the Roses and Speedy for Race Asylum and Scotch Eggs accordingly. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to give us a like and a subscribe. Thank you very much for joining me on commentary.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, anytime, mate. Really enjoyed that, and I'm sure everyone else did as well.
3:18 in the morning.
Wow.
Things I go through.
Whereabouts are you then?
New Zealand.
Oh wow. Oh wow, that's very cool. Very cool. Well, thanks.
But thank you, man. It was awesome.
Brilliant, and say thanks whenever you can join us again. Please do, and yeah, we'll see you at the next one. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah.